It's meant to be the last day of summer. Yeah, it's not very summery. How much rust? All of it. Hello, howdy folks, how's it diddling? Today you join me at the Great British Car Journey, my second home, for today's classic and vintage tractor run. Unfortunately, the weather is, well, it's rather wet. Suitable for ducks. So, there is a few vehicles here. So I'll jump out the car, have a quick mooch about, and there's also a couple of MGs over there, so we'll have a look at those. But unfortunately, the wet weather has, I suppose, put a lot of people. So grab a cup of tea and your favourite biscuit, and let's have a bit of a mooch about, shall we? It's going to be wet. Yay. So today is September the 22nd. It's meant to be the last day of summer. Yeah, it's not very summery, but you know, we've had a couple of tractors pulled up. I've turned up quite late. It's about 12:30, and the roads were absolutely awful. Plus, there's a lot of idiots driving around without the lights on. So, but anyway, further ado, let's have a mooch at what's here. Now, first off, I've got to start. I'm a big fan of a little grey Fergie, or Ferguson. Really like these, and it's on my bucket list to buy a little grey Fergie. Now, my dad, who used to be a farmer for many years, he had a very soft spot for one of those. A Massey Ferguson 35, aka the little red Fergie. It's kind of obvious. Red Fergie, grey Fergie. He really wanted one of these, and yeah, he never got the chance to. So, but there's also some other gems here. So this behind me, believe it or not, is a BMC Mini. No, not like the Austin Mini, but British built, small tractor. Road legal, it's just awesome. Take a quick look round it. There we go, BMC Mini. Little toolbox. Natty little exhaust. Oh, I bet this is, I bet that's a right hoot to drive down the roads. I really need a tractor. And obviously, you know, we've got there's 5 tractors here in total. There's probably more, but you have to think that obviously 3 of these have got cabs, and the grey Fergie and the red Fergie don't. So they're going to appreciate all the British weather that they can have. But I really like that. Really nice, natty little tractor. And it's got to be said, this red Massey Ferguson, this 35, is in immaculate condition. It's clearly been restored. Although it's never worked a day in its life, but people didn't buy these just to pootle about to the shops and have them as a toy. Well, unless you were an eccentric millionaire. But a majority of them were put to work very hard, and they made bloody loads of them. I know, especially the grey Fergies, just after World War II, or the Second Disagreement. So you can go on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, all those places, and you will find yourself a nice little Fergie ranging from like 800 quid all the way up to like 3-4 grand. Yes, very nice. Then we've got a more modern Massey Ferguson, a 390. And look, this one actually has a back window as well. You know, the BMC Mini tractor didn't. You got your three-way linkage and everything, your hydros. And then you have this, a Marshall. Now, I'm not sure exactly on the model. It just says Marshall, so. And the rear panel is made out of wood with a bit of clear perspex. And that's just awesome, because over time these would rot out and be a bit of a moisture trap. So yeah, and it's on, instead of big knobbly tyres like this Massey Ferguson and pretty much all the other ones, this one is on what we'd call, well, I suppose they're grass tyres. So you don't leave big chunks in the ground. But that is really nice. Oh, I love this. I need a tractor in my life. I really do. Maybe that can be a goal for next year. Buy a tractor, maybe a little grey Fergie. I'd love to buy a Massey Ferguson 35. Obviously not in that condition, because, you know, that's easily worth minimum of 5, but you could pay a lot of money for those, 10 grand. Yes. Oh, love that. Now, there was meant to be Land Rovers here as well, and I was kind of hoping to have a look, see if there was some Series 3s, 2s, Defenders and all that. Unfortunately, just as I turned up, they had a little tent and they were taking it down, and it was I believe it was a Range Rover, and a newish Range Rover and something else. So, kind of gutted there was no Land Rovers, because, again, I really want a Land Rover. But let's have a look what's in the car park. Well, we have a Jag, which is a Ford Mondeo. Don't get upset in the comments, it's true, look it up. I think it's 80% of the X-Type was made of basically components from a Ford Mondeo, so hey, don't get angry at me. But then we have this, and this is one for all the MG fans out there, this gorgeous Rover, MG ZT. In, I'm going to get the colour wrong, I want to say Celestial. It's probably wrong, but it looks really nice. It's on the hairpin alloys, which I kind of prefer a bit to the straights on these. It is, yeah, not sure what engines it got. Fortunately I can't see the rev counter. But yeah, it's rather nice. I like that. And next to that is Rover 75 in what I like to call mulberry wine. And that's rather nifty as well. 52 plate. Very British inside with the colour. So you got this Merlot red exterior and a beige interior. Manual gearbox, so thumbs up. I like that. And then just over here is another ZT. This one in I want to say British Racing Green. That's probably not correct. Don't hate me for it in the comments, but this is on another level. It is absolutely gorgeous. It genuinely looks like it's rolled out the factory. Now, I know that rain tends to have an effect on paintwork, but look at the beading on this. This is loved and looked after and cared for. So if you happen to be watching this, and this is your car, pop a comment down below, because this is truly gorgeous. Is there anything else exciting in the car park? Yes. If you don't know what that is and happen to live under a rock, that is a Subaru Impreza WRX STI. Well, at least it says STI on the front fog light covers. Finished in, I want to say, pewter silver. That's probably not the correct colour, but it looks really menacing. I really like that. And I think the number plate is very appropriate. Yob. Yes, boy. Very nice. Now, there's not really else to really show in the car park, apart from the obvious. It's alright, and this puke just went past. Can't stand them cars. I've worked on far too many to not like them. Absolute horse crap. But anyway, that's outside. I'm going to go in and get myself a little bit of schnapp because I'm hungry, and the smell, not just of old cars, but of food. And I need food. All I've had is a coffee this morning. And a couple of cigarettes. I know, very healthy of me. All right, let's go inside. Right, we're actually inside the Great British Car Journey because, unfortunately, there was no Land Rovers that turned up. Well, by the time I got here. So decided to have a bit of a walk round and have a mooch. I'll tell you what, I won't show you all the vehicles because, you know, kind of beats the point really. You need to come here and have a look because they've got a great cafe and an awesome collection of cars. So I'm going to pick out for you my favourite cars. That's going to be difficult because there is a lot here. Tell you what, my favourite almost said five vehicles that I'd quite happily take home if it was an option. Let's start over here, shall we? Right, car number one. First one would be this 1934 Austin 16. It's gorgeous. that is number 1 for me. Right, let's go and find the second one. I'm a sucker for a Land Rover. Now, I've only ever owned one, and it was a 1986 90 County V8. Lovely thing. Used to drink fuel like Oliver Reed used to drink alcohol. But it was just like Oliver Reed, huge amount of fun. So, of course, I've got to include this. Really nice 1949 Land Rover Series 1. I like that. Very nice. Number 3. Can you guess what it is? No, it's not the Escort. I know, Ford fanboys, you'll be upset. But the car, you can just see the shot here. Can you guess what it is? That's right, Series 1 Jaguar E-Type. Very nice. Right, that's number 3 done. We're down to the last 2. What would they be? So my next choice, number 4, is going to be quite controversial to a lot of people because it is nothing like the previous 3 vehicles that I've picked. And it's not the TVR, it's not even the Lotus. It's next to it. It's a 1980 Aston Martin Lagonda. what's going to be number 5? Just wait and see. So my 5th and final car that I would pick from this entire collection is something that I think is a bit special. It's a beautiful car. It's got curvaceous curves and almost like a muscle car stance without being a muscle car. No, it's not the Cortina. I know, shock horror, even though the Mark III Cortina is a lovely looking car. But the one for me is this. A 1971 Vauxhall Victor FD. It just looks better than the Cortina. Now I know that might offend a few people, don't get me wrong. The Cortina is a gorgeous car, but if I had to pick between a Cortina and a Vauxhall Victor FD, the Vauxhall would win every time. Why? Well, look at the front of it. Those dual headlights, the chrome grille. You've got the lovely rear haunches, just like the Cortina, but probably more exaggerated than the Cortina. And a feature I like is the rear lights. When I look at the back of that, it just kind of reminds me of Australia, you know, with their Charger that they had. Very kind of similar kind of light. And it just looks awesome. So that's my 5th car that I pick. So what is your favourite car? If you've ever been to the British Car Journey, what's your favourite car of here, your top 5? And what do you think of the 5 that I've picked? I know that it's going to have some controversy, or maybe not, I don't know. And to be fair, I don't really care. But yes, I'd rather pick the Vauxhall over the Ford Cortina. Do apologise, Hooked on Classics. That's nothing against Ford Cortinas. I just think the Victor FD looks better. It's true. So there we go, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Slightly different to obviously what I planned. The weather being a main contributing factor to that point. Yes, blah, blah, blah. So, and I also hope you enjoyed my top 5 picks of the cars from the Great British Car Journey, Great British Motor Museum, the Great British Car Journey. So, it stops raining. I'm going to head out back home in the Volvo. So, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, entirely up to you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Ooh, that jazz. And until the next time, remember, have a good one and tidy bar.